Okay, what's the biggest challenge that you face as a senior pastor?
The biggest challenge I face
Yeah.
as a senior pastor. Is that, I mean, senior as in old pastor, or senior as in the senior pastor of the church?
I think senior pastor of a church.
Okay, all right. Why does everyone have to come up with these superlative type questions? It's like, what is the biggest?
Yeah.
You know, the biggest challenge might be, in a certain season, it might be, how do we get the church online to build buildings?
Right.
In another season, it might be, how do we develop our classes? In another season, it might be, how do we get more people involved in serving? So there is no biggest challenge.
Yeah.
It's just, what is the challenge that you're having to face at the moment?
How do you determine those priorities?
Well, some of them stare you in the face. You know, if you've got to build a building and you need millions of dollars, then that becomes the biggest challenge.
Yeah.
So it's a real function of, where are you in the stage of the church? What's going on?
Yeah.
Where are you know? So yeah, there's no one, one thing.
Yes.
I had one guy ask me one time. He said, "What keeps you up at night?" I said, "Nothing." I give the problems to the Lord and I go to sleep. I said, "Nothing keeps me up at night." But he's talking about this big driving thing.
Yeah, that Popeye kind of moment thing, that was a pretty popular kind of.
What was that?
What makes you angry, kind of about the church, or
Yeah.
is there anything that like makes you angry?
Besides these questions.
How about crying babies? Can I mention crying babies? When crying babies go off in stereo when I'm preaching, that's hard for me, because some of them are really loud, and I hear all of them.
Yeah.
Now, you know what? I think what people are saying is, what's the driving? Do I have a desire to see people saved? Absolutely. Do we have a desire to see people grow and develop spiritually? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think everyone thinks that pastors are like this driven thing, and if I'm having to convince everyone that I'm driven,
Yeah.
to me that's kind of hyping it.
Yeah.
And so I have a heart to do it. What's in you is going to come out of you. So what you see on a regular basis is really what's in you, not the issue of the moment.
What do you think is one of the more important character traits of a leader?
Character traits, gosh. I think being someone that is true to what they say. If I tell you I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
Personally, I like that when someone says, "I'm going to do this," and they do it.
Yeah.
So that's something I look for. People that talk and never do anything are not real big with me.
Not big.
Well, and you think about it, leadership is based on trust.
Okay.
And so if I can't trust that you're going to do what you say, then I'm really not going to follow you after a while.
Yeah. All right, you want an easy question?
Go ahead.
All right. If you weren't a pastor, what would you be?
If I wasn't a pastor,
Yep.
what would I be?
Yep.
Phew, I've never thought about that. Probably be in sales management. If I was a good enough athlete, I'd be coaching something, but probably sales.
Not a lawyer?
Your mother thought that I could be a lawyer because I like to argue in our early years. But I think some of the details of the law would probably get to me.
Yeah.
Maybe a trial lawyer.
Just the guy that goes to court?
Yeah, the guy that goes and
Yeah. I could see your picture on a billboard.
yeah, call me.
Just call me.
Yeah.
Texas Hammer. All right. All right. I think this last question.
Shoot.
Favorite kind of music?
Favorite kind of music.
What kind of music do you like? Who's your favorite?
Okay, favorite.
Top 3 favorite bands of all time.
Doobie Brothers, Eagles. Those two are just definitely top 2. I don't even know who's third.
Elton John.
No. Let's just stop with those 2.
Just those 2.
Doobie Brothers and Eagles.
Nice. Do you listen to
Occasionally.
every once in a while?
Occasionally. Sometimes when I'm sleepy, I'll cut on. Just
you're
kind of wake
driving?
up. Wake up driving. Wake up driving.
So one of your hobbies is working out.
Yep.
What do you do? Like, what do you listen to when you work out, or do you listen to music? When you work out?
Actually, I listen to sermons when I work out.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
So I don't. I don't do music.
You don't listen
as
to
much.
metal?
I don't want to be the guy that's walking around the gym singing out loud.
There are those guys.
There are those guys. I am not that
I
guy.
don't get that either.
I am not
They're
that-
like mouthing the words to themselves.
I am
I'm
not
like,
that
you do
guy.
know that we
I'm not
can
that
hear
guy.
you.
No,
Okay.
no.
Alrighty. Guys, I think that's it.
Great.
I think I'm questioned out.
Oh, you are.